The late adopter. Good morning, everybody. Welcome to the Sunday's show. Bitcoin Daily on a Sunday. A little bit different. Welcome to the Bitcoin Daily, 9 a.m. Central European Time on the dollar. We do this show every day, Monday to Friday. Not actually on Saturday and Sunday, but you know, we didn't do anything yesterday. And so, you know, we gotta have some kind of updates. And right now it is breaking a little bit down towards downside. And I thought, you know, let's update people on what's happening, you know, what I think might happen or not. How's everybody doing? I see not a lot of people awake right now. You know, it's Sunday. I think a lot of people have been outside. You know, yesterday it was you know, Saturday party night and stuff like that. I get that you young people do that kind of crazy stuff, you know, going out partying and stuff like that. So, you know, I get that, you know, people are not you know, fully awake just yet. Besides that, how's everybody doing in the chat? M21, dobro jutro. Cambo Vision first. Not actually second. Vishal, good morning, brother. Did you sleep well? I actually slept well. I went to bed like 10, half 11 yesterday. Woke up way too late, actually. I should have woken up 6 a.m. but I woke up 8 a.m. So, you know, I think I slept more than I should have slept. So, you know, yeah, it's all good. I slept well. So today I'm in very good shape. And I think that there just might be a trading day today. We're gonna see that. You know, it won't be late at night. It will be, you know, during the day. So we're gonna see if that's gonna happen. Dusan, dobro jutro. G, morning chief, morning. I doing? Brody, thank you. TLI, you welcome. S, Jen Dobry. Love the good EDM stream. What's a EDM stream? I don't get it. Today is Sunday, man. Yeah, today is Sunday. We get that, you know, sometimes we do, you know, these shows on Sunday as well. But, you know, Monday to Friday is the schedule. Sunday and Saturday is the bonus content. Is the, you know, like extra content. So there is that. How come your Bybit comp is just 70% down? Because I use the same account for the 401 million trading stream or competition, right? It is the same account that I used for the Bybit competition. So I removed the money from the, you know, 400 million competition out of the account, and then I just left, you know, 500 bucks there to trade, and then we got liquidated, and I, you know, moved back the money and added 500 extra bucks to the account, you know, to make it ready for the 400 million challenge again. So I'm on right now on 400 million challenge. I'm still doing using the same account, but you know, and Bybit is actually, you know, calculating that, so it's no longer minus 99. It's right now minus 17%, but I'm technically out of the competition. So there's that. Morning, Crypto Jack, how you doing? DD, Abby, morning everyone. Beam up, hi. Josh, DD, yeah, it's midnight in LA. Ooh, that's late. Gordon Shersga, morning, the bearded one. Morning, Theo Milo, salute. Unavext, electro dance music. EDM, electro dance music. EDM, electro dance music. Yeah, it's nice song. So I was just looking here on the chart up here, actually on BLX. Actually, I was looking a little bit on BLX, and this you know, top up here, how could have been it was technically very easy to predict this top, and unfortunately we weren't you know, that confident in our TA at this point over here. Right now we are a lot more confident in our TA than we were at this point over here, and you know, this is definitely not gonna happen again. So we're gonna figure that out. I also been watching a little bit, you know, what I've been doing and how I lost my money during the bull market. So there's that. Right now, let's go back to the Bitcoin and say what's gonna, you know, what we think is happening here on the Bitcoin. This today chart up here. Add some, you know, some nice lines and stuff like that up here. So what we're gonna do today is basically just see that. Hey, where did the dump go? There is the dump for Audi. So we're gonna talk about this dump over here that just happened. You know, if you look at a 1 hourly time frame, it was a big one week you know, move towards downside. Right now we're below the moving average. We did break some kind of thing towards downside. Right now I'm looking for more downside. So I think the dump started already. Daily double bottom possible. It is possible. We're gonna talk about that. I'm still in a dot long at 671 since Friday. It feels like consolidation phase really has kicked in. Not quite sure what's happening right there on that, but over here at least from what I can see on the chart, we are breaking on the downside though. We are breaking on the downside, and unfortunately I don't see right now that, you know, altcoins are surviving this. So we can also check it out a little bit what's happening on the daily time frame. What you're gonna see on the daily time frame, we are still kind of pushing it down. But what we have broken to downside is not this, it's not this trend over here. This is just technically, you know, daily just technically continuing towards downside. There has been some nice lines up here. Let me go to another chart up here. I'm gonna show you some, you know, a channel down here that we actually broke towards downside. Let's go to 1 hourly time frame. This is easier to see up here, and let's remove the moving averages for a second up here. So you're gonna see that there was this channel up here that was going towards upside. Channel towards upside. This is what we actually broke to, you know, broke down. We actually fell out here. We tried to climb up here and then dropped big time. We pulled back a lot on this week up here, but still failed. Even after all of this bullishness, even after all of these bulls, you know, going back into the, you know, market up here, you know, trying to push back up, we failed to get back above the line. And right now, you know, we, you know, overshoot that and right back down again. You know, the bears are definitely stronger, guys. The bears are on small time frame. The bears are stronger. We push this towards upside. I don't know where this line is. Yeah, this is the trend line up here. The trend line up here. Right now this trend line is acting as a resistance up here. So the bears are technically you know, technically still stronger, and we might maybe break this towards upside up here and maybe get up here, but it does look like bears are pushing the price towards the downside right now. So on the small, very small time frames, 1 hourly time frame, this looks like it broke down. That's why, you know, hence the title, breaking down. Morning Edward, how you doing, man? So hence the title, breaking down, but we are breaking down on this very, very small time frames, and this move up here, or this you know, these both trend lines did break down. Let me just see if there is other trend lines up here that could be valid, like this, something like this up here, maybe down here, something like this. Maybe we are still not out of it over here. Let me see on the 4 hourly time frame, maybe down here, maybe this is line. Yeah, this is nice line. So technically maybe there is some kind of, you know, support line down here that is still holding over here on the 4 hourly time frame. So although we did break this on the small time frames, on 1 hourly time frames, it's only this trend over here that's broken, and technically it is going down to the bottom of that trend over here. So this could already be finished, but you know, these moves where it failed to get back above the certain resistance up here, right? This move where you fail to get back above certain resistance, they are kind of bearish, right? And you see that bearishness, you know, kicked in. We tried to, you know, pull back up above this resistance. We failed that, and we are still going down. So technically, I think right now the bias is towards downside a little bit here on the short term. If you go to the daily time frame, what we're gonna see here right now, that we got a support down here on the daily at 18,964. Let me just remove these other lines up here for a second, and you'll see that here that we have already been down there with you know, with a couple of wicks on that line. And right now we're coming very close. So is this some kind of double bottom down here or something like that? I'm a little bit unsure about that. It could definitely be that, but we can also overshoot this, because technically this is still a very strong downtrend. If you pop the moving averages, you'll see right now that we got rejected by this 10-20 moving average up here. We tried to go up here, right back down again. This rejection with a, you know, big, you know, a rocket ship to the ground towards downside. And right now we are continuing still on the downside. Now we are a little bit extended from these moving averages, but we're already there, so we can still do you know, another move, one of these big moves towards downside, where we wick towards downside, then go towards upside. Let's look a little bit on the volume up here. And what you're gonna see here, that we had some kind of decent volume on these two candles over here, but right now it is continuing downside a little bit. On this candle right now, on 4 hour candle, we are having decent volume, and this can indicate, you know, some kind of a ending of this move, or the start of the next move, of course, or the start of the next move. Maybe it's something like this, but you know, we still are above the support. We still pull back above the support. So maybe this is some kind of a spring towards the upside. I don't think that we have that much left room to go towards downside. I don't think we have got much left to go towards the downside. On the weekly time frame, we had this huge sell-off right here on this. How big was this candle up here? This candle was 34% weekly candle towards downside, and right now we are still pushing it. We managed to pull a little bit down, but we are still pushing it down. I still think that we need a bigger rally towards downside. This 1 week rally, this one little green candle is not enough. This is still technically a very strong downtrend over here, but this downtrend is extended. We had some kind of capitulation candle up here, and it's only a matter of time before we get a bigger rally towards the upside. Now let's go look a little bit about what happened before and how this actually played out, so we can analyze that a little bit. Let's look at this on this chart up here, and down here you can see that eventually even this is on the weekly. Let's go to the weekly time frame. You're gonna see here that although we did have this these small candles on the move towards downside, we did had a bigger green candle towards the upside that actually indicated the bottom, right? This actually indicated some kind of bottom, because you don't pull like this much and then go down again. I mean, you can technically do that, but we did this off the 200 moving average up here. This was also pretty big candle up here. This was something like 30% move towards the upside. So that's what I'm expecting for something that to happen right now. And after that, we still had a move towards downside back to the line and stuff like that, and everything was again, oh, we're bearish, we're going down to zero. So I remember when we were down here, I mean, people have been very bearish, and they were talking about 1,000, 2,000 levels. Some were even talking about crazy numbers like $500 or something like that, right? there has always been the talk about we are going down lower and lower, and there definitely has been this 1,200 level was, I remember it was especially important for a lot of people for some reason. I don't know why. But they were like, we gotta go down to 1,200. It's gonna happen. It's gonna, we're gonna go from here to 1,200. And that never happened. So just because people are saying, certain levels doesn't mean that these levels will happen. Doesn't mean that these levels will happen. So, I'm expecting some kind of, bigger pump up here. So let's see how this actually also looked at in 2014 up here. In 2014 up here, you can see up here as well. On the way towards downside, I mean, this you can see these small green candles on the move towards. So this looks like the move that we are having right now. But eventually you get these bigger moves towards the upside. Now these bigger moves is what we are waiting for. Up here there is also a big move. We are not expecting this small move, these small weekly candles. It's not enough, guys. It's not enough. We need these big moves towards the upside. You can see how much bullishness they came in as soon as we had these big candles up here. This was from the bottom to the top like 20% candle or something like that, from all the way to the bottom, from the top 27, maybe even larger from down here at the bottom. So I'm expecting some kind of 20-30% candle to happen eventually. Now this move of course went got this double bottom down here. There was some kind of support line up here, double bottom, and then it continued down. But right now I think this move over here is what's happening to us right now, and we might create this double this this triple bottom up here with a move, and then go down to 10k or 5k or 1k or something like that. But this doesn't have to happen. But I think right now in the move that we are right now in, the big move towards downside, the move right now, we are expecting one very nice green candle towards upside. Let me see up here. This was also something like 20% move towards downside, and this candle over here was also something like 30% move. So I don't know. I think I'm expecting a move towards the upside. I don't think we can push this much more further towards downside. I'm expecting a candle that's something like 20-30% towards the upside, give or take. That's gonna give us maybe back above the 200 weekly moving average or something like that. So even though we are going down, I'm remaining bullish. Maybe short term a little bit bearish right now over here, because what's happening on the 1 hourly time frame over here. So what I'm looking for right now is maybe a smaller dump. Maybe down to these levels down here. I mean, there is a nice support down here. We are already there, down there again, so we can go down. This is the 4 hourly support here at this 4 hour support at 89, and then you got these bottoms down here also on the 4 hourly. But yeah, I think the daily is a lot more important. That's also the up here, and that's 89.79. So you know, it's give or take. That's kind of support down here on the daily time frame. So are we gonna break the support on the daily time frame? Get some kind of, you know, lower low up here, because it doesn't seem that we do have divergence up here on the let's see on the 2-day. Do we have on the 2-day divergence as well? Yeah, even on the 2-day right now, there is a huge divergence up here. You can see up here, bottom, you know, secondary bottom down here, it goes up. This still goes up. So there is a huge divergence already on the charts. And, you know, this technically should and can pump towards upside. And that does look nice and ready to, you know, pump towards upside. This might have been some kind of, you know, fake out towards downside, which will actually right now give us some kind of spring up here towards the upside. That would be very nice. I was kind of hoping for that, but we did break the channel up here towards downside. Right now we are still pushing it down, so for whatever reason this channel needs to be broken towards upside, and I think as soon as it gets broken towards upside, everything is just gonna explode towards upside. I think we are at the bottom, guys. I think we are at the bottom on this move, give or take. I don't know how much lower we can go. I don't believe any kind of 16K or something like that. If we do get something like, again, you know, down here 70K, maybe, you know, down here these kind of levels, you know, this is gonna just, you know, spring right back up again. I mean, if we do get this drop towards downside, I think that's gonna be a very fast spring. I don't think that we can go down like this towards downside. I don't think this is gonna happen. I think if we go down, it's gonna be a spring right back up again, something like over here, because right now we're consolidating and spring and then, you know, move towards upside. How big move towards upside we're gonna have, I don't know, but you know, that's what I'm expecting. At least that's what I'm expecting. Over here I was technically thinking that this can actually break on downside. The problem over here in this triangle that we were having was that we didn't, you know, we were at the, you know, resistance, trying to break, it just never happened. So if you look some kind of lines up here, there was you know, these kind of lines up here, give or take. Of course, everything is give or take, you know, give or take up here, something like this up here, give or take. We kind of failed, you know, breaking this resistance for a long time. Failed. Even this move up here, it kind of failed. It kind of felt like all through this part, technically all through this part up here, it kind of felt like it wants to go towards upside, but it kind of never broke the resistance. Up here, it tried, and you know, tried last over here. You know, it kind of failed every single time, right? It kind of failed every single time. This was kind of last try towards upside down here, then failed towards upside, right back down again. This is a, you know, major failure, and right now, you know, the bearishness is kicking more towards downside. So I'm looking at these levels here at 89 or something like that. It might be that that's also the daily support down here, but how much down are we actually gonna go? You gotta look at these wicks on the downside as well, around 76, 79. Now the wicks are not actually support lines, but this can technically, you know, go down to these levels with the wicks and then bounce up. So this doesn't have to be, you know, support on the daily or daily time frame or anything like that, but it can be some kind of indication that we might go down, back down here. Are we gonna go down? I think there is a very low probability to go down. This is like I don't think that this can happen at all, but you know, well, can we go a little bit more down? I think the bias right now is getting this, you know, 20% weekly candle, 20-30% weekly candle on Bitcoin right now, as I just saw you. So after you having this big of a capitulation move towards downside, this is capitulation move towards downside on the weekly time frame over here. This is capitulation move on the downside, remove down, and I'm thinking that this move over here needs to be broken with a 20% candle towards the upside, at least from what I see. So we can go down here and then get a, you know, bullish engulfing candle or something like that up here. You know, that would be very nice. How much can I don't know if you can drop down 13, something like that. Maybe you can drop down to 5, but it will if this weekly candle right now just drops down to, you know, some like crazy levels down here, it will just bounce right back up again. I mean, that's for sure. Today is Sunday, so this weekly candle will be closed. Let's see another chart up here. Today is Sunday, so this weekly candle will be closed, and we will close it. What are you gonna see here on my indicator down here? Let me just show you. Can we you know what, we're gonna remove these two, and I'm gonna show you that on my indicator down here, this is overextension indicator, and you can see that 2 weeks ago we actually made one of these legendary bottoms on this indicator. Now this can of course be pushed down more, but it very rarely happens. It very rarely happens. This haven't happened. I think you gotta go back to 2000. This goes 2013. I think I have to go 2011, something like that, to see some kind of move below these lines. But these are extreme extensions towards downside. Now, as you can see here, we did make a lower low up here on the indicator. Just like over here, we made a low down here, and then we made a lower low down here. That can of course happen right now, that we go a little bit harder towards downside. I'm not saying that it cannot happen. I'm saying that it can happen, and you can also right now see that we did pull back down up a little bit, and it can go again a lower down here. But however you look at it, we are very close to the bottom when you consider this indicator. Now this doesn't have to go down there. It can just go up here, and there will be divergence on the chart up here with the indicator, because it is kind of losing strength. It is kind of showing that the price is losing strength towards that side. We are very close to the bottom, guys. I don't know if you get that, but I'm trying to tell you all the time that we are very close to the bottom. RSI right now is at weekly RSI right now is at legendary lows right now, 25. This has never happened before, guys. This has never. This chart goes back to 2014. The weekly RSI has never been this low ever. And it is very good sign for us. It is definitely a very good sign for us right now. Let's see monthly RSI. Monthly RSI has never been this low either. Right now at 41. These are very low levels. So unless Bitcoin is completely dead or something like that, it's going to zero. We should bounce soon. We should bounce soon. There is no other way to analyze this beside we're gonna bounce soon, guys. We're gonna bounce soon. So can we go down to it? That's why I'm telling you guys, all these people, all these whales are actually buying Bitcoin. Now, is there a probability that some of them are gonna get liquidated because they're bought 60K? Yes. Is there a probability that the people that are buying now might be 50% underwater if you go down to 10K? Yes. But the guys that are buying right now, the whales that are buying right now, they don't care, guys. They don't care because they are not buying to sell tomorrow. They're not buying now to sell in 2 weeks. They're not buying now to sell in 2 months. They're gonna buy now, and they know that in 4 or 5 years, even after the recession can, the longest. Let me show you up here, guys. Let me show you up here. Indexes. So what I'm gonna show you right now is Dow Jones index, and we're gonna go do this on Lichtme scale, and I'm gonna show you that the dump down here, the biggest dump in history of the world, 1929 dump, the depression, from the top up here to the bottom was 30 this is monthly time frame, was 35 bars. That's 3 years. Okay, so the biggest dump in the world is 3 years long. Okay, biggest dump in the world is 3 years long. The most major severe dump is 3 years long. This actually went kind of sideways. This 3 years or something like that up there as well. But this major dump, this was actually going down for 62 years. This was actually going down for 6 years. But right now, the biggest dump, if this is like the recession, the world is going towards them or something like that, it's gonna last for 3 years. And if you think about Bitcoin in 3 years should hit some kind of top, right? So we're gonna get out of the pressure. 2-3 years, something like that, with a down move. That's fine for Bitcoin, just consolidating down here, for next 2 years. And when everything is over, everything is gonna explode. Bitcoin is not gonna be like 10,000, 20,000, 3-4 years. It's not gonna be that. So everybody's buying, guys. Everybody's buying. There is no doubt in my mind that Bitcoin will, recover sooner, rather sooner than later. Now this chart up here, let's go up here. But how this actually gonna play out, a little bit unsure. So I'm looking actually I'm still not looking for shorts up here, although I think we might pull it down a little bit. I'm still looking on the long side, and I think you guys that are following me, with the 400 million trading, I am more of a long guy right now. I'm more of a bull than bear, because I think betting on more downside right now, it's very limited. I don't think we have a lot more downside to go. Right now, for example, we are sitting down here at where is the the thing that I never use, that I maybe should be using, long position. Right now, we are sitting something down here, right? So the downside right now, it's kind of limited the way I see it. It's down at 16, right? But the upside right now, just if you look at these stops back up here, right? I mean, the upside is already greater than the downside. I mean, can we drop more than 70k? I mean, technically we can, but we can also pump up here a lot more than that. So right now the upside is bigger than the downside, and however you look at it, especially considering that we have been dumping down for a very, very long time right now, and we need some kind of rally towards the upside, right? This might also be one of these consolidation phases, right? You can see the big consolidation phase up here, how it played out. Dump, 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 and then we went zigzag. So dump, 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 and then we're going kind of zigzag. But it's not going to kind of zigzag. It's gonna, maybe it's gonna go something like this. I don't know. Right? It doesn't have to play the same way again, but this one kind of zigzag up here. Right now we're getting this second consolidation up here. This might be a big consolidation up here, something like this, and then might be over, something like that, right? But it is some kind of consolidation phase. But right now you can see down here these bottoms down here. That's the first, second, and then you go down to, you don't have to go all the way down there. This might also be some kind of double bottom down here, right, where we bounce a little bit towards the upside. I'm already, it's very hard for me right now to be too bearish, like, because I think the downside is limited. Downside is very limited. Thomas Leon, 11 bucks. Thanks, man, appreciate it. All markets created before if we go up again. A little bit unsure about that. So guys, I think right now, although we are breaking a little bit down on the small time frames, we are not breaking down on the daily time frame or anything like that. We are still on a downtrend, on a daily time frame. Nothing has changed. Let's see up here where there are trend line that needs to be broken. There are two trend lines up here that are very important. This is the one up here, give or take, and the second one is, I think it's down here. Yeah, it's something like this up here. So this is the second line. So you can see that there are two trend lines that needs to be broken, this one and this one, and right now we're still below it. So this might also be some kind of spring up here that we break, but as soon as we start breaking this thing over here, we're gonna rally towards the upside. So I'm not of a short guy right now. Chaco Man is accumulating coins. The guy that was saying 10k for sure, because the optical art wacko guy is saying 10k. So Chaco Man has been coming to the channel and spreading the news about doomsday scenario. Armageddon 10k is gonna come every single day. And when we started going a little bit up, he was like 58k, guys, 58k, damn 10k, 58k, 100% should be going to 58k. And then when did it happen, and then it was again 10k, guys, it's going down to 10k again. It's definitely 100% going down 10k. Sell everything, buy at 10k, it's gonna go 10k. Then we came to 20k. He was like, guys, you know what, this is good levels, I'm accumulating, I'm buying, 20k, this is the bottom, right now everybody has accumulated. Yeah, so Chaco Ben is very emotional, and I still do. No man. Normally when we hit the bottom, we need to find divergence at least one lower time frames, and in order to have divergence, price has to drop. We don't have that divergence yet. We can double bottom. When it comes to divergences, guys, what does happen is that divergences come after impulsive moves. So if you got some kind of not back, if you got some kind of impulsive move towards downside, if the price does this over here, there will be divergences, because after every impulsive move there will be create divergences. On the other hand, if you just slowly go towards downside, there might or might not be divergences on the chart, depending how heavy these these single moves are. But if you just go kind of side, like, so after this kind of move towards downside, there is definitely divergence up here. I'm gonna show you. I haven't checked this right now, but let me just see up here. Yeah, you can see up here. So after we, having this initial move, we having the divergence on the chart, and we having the divergence. But right now we did pick up, so we don't have to have divergences up here. I mean, the divergences for the initial, impulsive move are done. This is consolidation. Consolidation moves are done. At the end of the consolidation moves, there are no divergences. There are no divergences. This is on the 4-hourly time frame. But even if you look at this on the on the daily time frame, what you're gonna see here, this is initial move. Maybe this is one and this is the second one, right? You don't have to have the divergence up here. You can just, I mean, you could have divergence up here. You can have a dump down here where you have the divergence on the chart, but you don't have to do that. I mean, you can just go up here, and continue towards the upside, and that will be enough, because you don't necessarily have to have the divergence. That's what I'm trying to say. Although if you continue down, you will get the divergence and you can bounce up, but you don't have to have that because we are already so low. So just because something, after impulsive move, it does actually happen. You can see here on the 4-hourly that we can have that on the small time frames, but on weekly time frames, daily time frames, it's not necessarily that we have that. So over here we did move towards downside while we did go towards the upside up here, and we fix that divergence, right? But over here right now, when you look at a daily, although we can move more towards downside, we don't have to do that. We don't have to do that. Captain is in the chat. Hi, Captain. 10K would be nice, but I'm really not sure that will ever come. But it's a nice time to buy. If it goes down 10K, so be it. Yeah. Hi Tila, have you heard anything of USDC not being so stable as they have, as involved with Genesis and 3AC? Nope, didn't heard anything about that. What I do know, guys, there is one thing you need to know. There is a lot of FUD going on about Qcoin and other exchange. I don't know if you remember, not so long ago there was a FUD about Coinbase gonna be they're gonna go bankrupt because they changed the terms of agreement where they can actually lock up your coins and stuff like that. I don't know if you remember that, right? The price of Coinbase stock was going down, and then it came out these new changes to the terms and agreements, and inside there was like, we can hold your coins for collateral in case of something happens to us, right? And there was a lot of thought, oh my god, Coinbase is on the verge of going bankrupt and stuff like that, right? So that was a FUD, right? And of course we see right now the Coinbase is live and well, and nothing's wrong with Coinbase. But there is a lot of yesterday was a Voyager. I don't know if you know Voyager. There's a Voyager wallet. They stopped the withdrawals from the Voyager wallet because they had a lot of, I think, invested in this 3 Arrow Capital or something like that. I think I'm a little bit unsure about backstory, but the thing is, the Voyager wallet closed the withdrawals and deposits on the wallet. They are holding the coins of their customers like hostage, and you cannot do that. So right now there's a lot of FUD from other exchanges like Qcoin and still some Coinbase FUD as well. And people are always saying and of course we got also the FUD of the stable coins. Everything is gonna go down, Tether FUD, right? There's so much FUD right now, that exchanges are gonna go under. They're gonna move your coins out of the exchanges, put it on ledger and stuff like that. And that's not based in reality. It's a FUD to get you to move the coins out, to remove liquidity from exchanges, so the price can actually go lower as well. So how this actually gonna work out, I don't know, but it's definitely FUD. I'm telling you guys, it is FUD, because I said this before. I'm gonna say it again. I said this before, I'm gonna say it again. Back down here in 2018, guys. Back down here in 2018. These are very, very bearish times, guys. And I'm not saying they are bearish like we are going down to zero or something like that, but it feels like you are going to zero because there are so many bad news. And the price is doing these, falls towards downside. Everybody thinks it's gonna drop down to, 1K or 500 bucks or zero or whatever, right? So you got a lot of bearish news, a lot of bad moves on the chart. There is always, something coming out. Tether is dying, China FUD, exchanges are gonna close, government is gonna regulate, government is coming out with new coins, government is gonna ban this and that. This guy needs to get liquidated, that guy needs to get liquidated. Like, there is so much FUD around, and the purpose of this FUD is just to make you sell coins. It might just make you say, like, you know what, I don't give a damn anymore, I'm going out of this. I mean, this is going to zero. And for people that are not in this space like we are, for people that haven't gone through this, for people that are not understanding what's happening, it's only FUD, guys. It's on FUD. If you remove all this FUD, you know, all of these good stuff come to light. You know, and what are good stuff? Well, Cardano is still building, you know, the blockchain. Morale is still there. You know, all of the coins are still developing. If you look at, if you just don't follow the FUD, just look at the coins. Like they still got their roadmaps, and the roadmaps goes into the 2023 and 2024 and 2020. Like roadmaps don't go like to 2022 and go, okay, this is the end of the bull run. You know, the roadmaps go, the, you know, development's still continuing. You know, people are still making NFTs, people are still, you know, building on the metaverses. You just don't see that because there's so much FUD, and all the good news are suppressed. They don't want to talk about good news, and all the bad news are pumped, right? All the bad news are pushed on the mainstream media, right, and everywhere else, right? So you have this feeling that everything is bad and nothing is good, right? And that's how these bottoms are. Everything is bad, nothing is good. Let me just sell and go away, right? And as soon as you sell and go away, all of this bad stuff, you kind of just like, shh. Like, hey man, what happened? What happened? What happened? You know, and all of this good stuff is suddenly, you know, rise up and be like all over the place, and it will be good times. Like, suddenly, oh, this project is doing that. Oh, that project is doing, oh, there is this. You know, suddenly there is like optimism again. You know, so it just FUD, guys. It's gonna go over once this is actually done. There will be, you know, good times and stuff like that, right? There will be good times. Don't leverage, you'll never get liquidated. Have you sold in these times or just keep on? I did not sold, I bought. Not there, but 9% of YouTubers are in a large short position. That's why they are spreading FUD to make more money. YouTubers are not spreading FUD, man. YouTubers are not spreading FUD. They are just being affected by the FUD, and they are, you know, continuing with the FUD. But, you know, I'm telling you right now, there is the FUD is just FUD there to get you to sell. Check Ben, how much percent are your accumulation? Seeing other people liquidate feels happy because not only I lose money. Yeah, it is like when you're down, you want other people to be down, and when you're up, you know, it's okay that other people are up as well, and then you can celebrate together. Some guy on Bitpo was spreading exchange FUDs to shield some crypto safe of his own. I was actually disgusted. Yeah, there's way too much shilling on Bitpo, so I'm not watching that though. Is there a BTC roadmap? Actually, never seen. Nah, there is not actually a BTC roadmap, but they do have a team of developers that are, you know, I don't know what they are doing, but they can technically change Bitcoin as how Bitcoin is working. Can you give your opinion on Sol? I don't have any opinion on Sol. Sorry, man. What about a recession that is coming? Yeah, I'm not sure about that recession. You know, it might come, it might not come. It might come and we might stay at the bottom, you know. So there is that. I need lower reply. I'm still in BTC and BNB short. Ooh, Captain is BTC. Nice, nice, Captain. Very nice, very nice. Thank you. Will come for Cardano. Yeah. Iron Web. Normally when we hit bottom, we need to find the versions at least. Yeah, that's what we talked about. Okay, there's that, guys. There is a Sabat dot. It's stuck between 6 and 7. It won't go up, but it won't go down. Same. AV moving. AV moving. AV is not moving. 2.2%. I think the pump is gonna come soon, guys. I don't believe this dump. It is small dump up here on 1 hourly time frame, whatever, right? But I don't believe the dump. I don't believe dump. You can see this big buy up here. It got bought up to the resistance. The bears are still in control. I think maybe we are waiting for the 4 hourly close or something like that. Maybe push them a little bit more towards downside. Let me just look at it here really quick on the chart up here. This is the bottom on the 4 hourly up here. 4 hourly. Right now we got a divergence on the chart. Technically a divergence because we are a little bit below up here, this level up here. So this goes towards upside, this goes technically towards downside. There is a slight divergence, but now if this continue dumping down here, there will be no divergence because this will push down. So right now technically there is a little bit divergence. Still 19 minutes left on this move up here. So we're gonna see how this actually plays out. But yeah, I don't believe the move, guys. I don't believe the move. I think this might be some kind of maybe even over here or here, but you know, can it push more down? It can, but I'm more bullish than bearish. You know, you do with your money what you want to do with your money. I'll do with my money what I want to do with mine. But I don't believe in the bigger moves, guys. I don't believe in bigger down moves. I'm more bull than bear right now, and I'm expecting that to continue. Beside that, guys, today I slept very well, so today there might be a trade. I don't think it's gonna be trade at 7 or 8 a.m. Sorry, 7 8 p.m. tonight or something like that, because I gotta go to work. But before that, during the day, so maybe in a couple hours, maybe very soon, I don't know, there will be live trade 410 million challenge. That we will continue with that. New moon still playing out. Yeah, new moon is still playing out. So we should have like 1 month of dumps time. But you know, when it comes to these, you know, bottoms and stuff like that, you know, it might be a little bit shaky when it comes to the moons. So we're gonna check that out. But there will be trading today. Maybe there will be trading in a couple of hours before that, after that, something like that. Because I did sleep well. And right now I think, you know, the move is happening. The last thing I can show you is Bollinger Bands up here on the daily time frame. I think what you're gonna see here, we are having super extensions up here on the daily, and right now we are going a little bit down. We are not down at these kind of levels, these consolidations down here yet. On the 4 hourly down here, sorry, 1 hourly was the move. There we go. You can see here 1 hourly time frame. I even posted this on the on Telegram as well. This consolidation up here was coming to a very tight consolidation up here. The volatility just died out, totally dried up, and right now the move is actually happening, but it is pushing this move towards the downside now, unfortunately, and not towards the upside. But I think it might, you know, start down and then, you know, maybe break towards the upside. So we're gonna see that, like over here, you know, we had consolidation and then it started down and then it exploded towards the upside up here. Maybe something like that, right? Maybe something like that. On the other hand, it just might drop towards the downside. We don't know. But what we know that the move is right now is happening already. The question is which direction. This is 1 hourly time frame, so the move already kind of happened. On the bigger time frames, it can still be consolidating up here. It can still be consolidating on 4 hourly time frames or whatever, because this is still going towards the downside. On the daily time frame, this is still pulling back a little bit more down. But you know, the consolidation is definitely right now over here happening. So there's that. Okay, I don't know what more to say. There's some kind of update on what's happening with Bitcoin. Some kind of optimism. AVEX down 24.5 in the last 7 days. A good long option. I think everything is down like 24.5 in the last 7 days. I don't think anything is not down last 7 days. That's last week. Let's see weekly candles up here. I think everything is down like, you know, something crazy like that. This is down 60. XRP is down 16%. AV is not down that much. I don't know. I got about 300 this week. 225 went into crypto, and every week I'm gonna keep pumping my money in. Sometimes someone has keep the market afloat. Yeah, somebody has to keep market afloat. Somebody. BBVP is amazing. Nah, BBVP is okay, but you know, you have to know how to analyze, because it only tells you consolidation moves, and we pretty much knew that, you know, this is gonna happen. You don't need BBVP to know that, you know, there is consolidation up here. I mean, you can see it on the chart. When you have a, you know, impulsive move down, you know that it's standing. When it starts doing this, you know, sideways move, you know it's consolidating. You know that these boring times are, you know, there, and the move needs to happen. So BBVP is okay, but not that important. Anyways, guys, thanks for following. Thanks for watching the Bitcoin Daily. We're gonna do Bitcoin Daily tomorrow as well. Tomorrow is Monday, so Monday to Friday, 9 a.m. Central European time, we do the show on the dollar, because we gotta know what's happening next with Bitcoin and altcoins. So thanks everybody for stopping by. We will have a maybe stream later, again, trading stream. If you're into trading, you might check it out. I'm also gonna recommend some videos in that trading stream, because right now I'm watching some you know, trading inspiration. I'm trying to learn a little bit more about trading, because I haven't I just started trading like 3 or 4 weeks ago, and I'm really interested in figuring this out. So there is that. Anyways, guys, thanks for watching. Bye. See ya tomorrow. Bye bye. Or later today for the trade. Bye bye.